What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I said I'd be back with another video soon, and I'm here to introduce my girlfriend, Paige.
Hi.
She's very talkative. One of the things that we bonded over when we first started dating, like kind of spooky horror related, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She got me into the show.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I ended up really liking the show. So she thought it'd be a good idea she told me about this unaired pilot that I've never seen, never even heard of, didn't even know it was a thing. And I looked up some stuff about it. Apparently it was an unaired pilot that Joss Whedon just filmed to pitch to studios. Never put it out officially because he doesn't like the quality of it. Actors are different apparently, and he didn't like the actors or something dumb like that. And this was all her idea. And yes, I'm throwing you under the bus like that.
What?
She thought it'd be a fun idea to just kind of react to the episode and then kind of talk about it afterwards and give our overall thoughts on it. Obviously, there's going to be some spoiler stuff that we might talk about throughout here because, you know, we've been through the whole show. We might pick up little things here and there like, oh, this is what happened, or this was changed from something that happened like later in the show, character different, I don't know, something like that. Just be wary if you've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There might be some spoilers in here.
Are you ready to watch the show now?
I am ready to watch the episode now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. You might hear the video in the background. The only thing we can watch is on YouTube.
Which also probably adds to the quality.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's a great idea.
You remember the first episode pretty well, right?
Not pretty well.
Well enough.
I remember parts of it. I don't.
So you go to school here?
I'm not gonna lie. When we first watched it, I wasn't sure how I would like it, so I was paying attention, but not like fully paying attention like I was as we went on with the show.
Well, this is similar.
It is? Okay. Some of this I kind of remember.
Yeah, you know, that's Darla.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaks into the school with a guy.
Right.
I don't think they broke a window. What is this?
Wow.
Yeah, this is really, this is like below VHS quality.
Oh, they're on a stage.
Pretty cool, huh?
Funky.
Oh, the school stage. That makes sense.
Who would caught you? You were like 5 feet away.
What was that?
What was what?
I don't think that's the same
I heard
actress.
a noise.
No, it's definitely not.
It's nothing.
I think,
Maybe it's something.
from what I looked up about it, I think the only remaining actor that ended up on the show
It's not
was
funny.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Because
Hello?
from
Is Buffy.
from what I remember, she was Joss Whedon's first and only
There's
pick.
nobody here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I'm positive.
Okay.
Oh, wow. The vampire makeup is still pretty good. Oh, God.
That title card.
That title card is not good.
Whoa. It's like the 80s. It's like the 90s is still trying to be the 80s.
Yeah, it's not good.
Those are Buffy's legs, yes. Sarah Michelle Gellar has nice legs. Thank you, Joss Whedon.
She's chewing gum. Her hair is also, like, brown.
Yeah, she's got... Is that her natural hair?
Maybe? No. Because she's still blonde now.
I don't think you'll have any problem adjusting, Bunny.
Buffy.
Just remember our personal rules.
Why did they nickname
No
her
gang
Bunny?
colors, no fur, no hanging from the rafters in the cafeteria screaming meat is murder on Sloppy Joe Day. That became very
Meat
popular
is
last month.
murder.
Principal Flutie.
Betty,
Here to have fun, education, and kill vampires.
don't
And
worry.
demons.
I think you'll fit in just fine.
He looks familiar.
Willow! You are
Hey,
so
that's
the
Xander.
person I want to see.
Oh, really?
That
Ah.
You know, I kind of had a problem with the map.
Oh, Xander's the same.
is not... Xander's the same.
But, oh god, Willow looks
That
like...
is not Willow. That's not Allison Hannigan.
What's in it for me?
Willow
Nickel.
in the show, in the actual show, is like the cute, quirky girl next door
Pay attention.
looking
Just
girl.
not to him.
This is like someone trying to dress like their grandma.
Nice dress.
Good to know you've seen the song.
Oh, Cordelia's the same too.
Yeah. Okay. So some of the actors are the same.
Are you going to the Bronx tonight?
Not with you. But we're going, right? Who's playing? Dingoes ate my baby.
Oh, friends
They
might be the
rock.
same.
Dingoes Ate My Baby.
Friends,
That took a
wow,
while
really
for them to
good.
introduce it. It's in the
I know
first
Flannel's
pilot.
so over, but I can never tell what's coming next.
I don't know about you, but I'm scared.
Excuse me, was I talking to you?
Okay, so that I remember
Have I
from
ever
the
spoken to you
actual
of free
pilot.
will? I don't think so.
There's a lot of
You know, I've
similarities.
often wondered why that is.
Got a mirror?
You know, I did say there was gonna be might be some spoiler talking here,
Check
but
back tomorrow. I'll have
I
a
am
fitting comeback
pretty
ready.
disappointed that they broke up Xander
Sorry
and
about that.
Cordelia. Yeah,
It's
they
okay, I was totally
they had that
crazy.
they had that quirky fun together.
I'm
I
trying to
miss
find the
that.
library.
It's over there.
Thanks.
I don't know you, do I?
I'm Buffy. I'm new.
That's right. I saw you in my dreams.
You're new and improved. Oh, hey, you forgot your
Pencil.
steak.
That was in it too, just in a different setting.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. I wonder if Giles is gonna be the same.
Hello?
Because I can't picture anyone else.
Xander looks more like a skater dude in that picture, though, or in that intro, and that's not.
And that fucking hair.
Anybody here? Oh,
Spooky.
anybody's here.
Can I help you?
Oh, Giles is the same.
I'm
Giles!
textbooks.
Miss Summers.
Good call.
I think I remember
Sounds
this
really
scene
kid, huh?
in the hallway.
So, I'm taking Eurocentric history, and I'm gonna need.
I think I know what you're after.
Is it the book? It's the book!
Vampire.
It looks the same too.
It does, yeah.
That's not what I'm looking for.
That's pretty good.
I was
You sure?
looking for one fish, two
I'm way
fish.
sure.
My mistake. What is it you said?
One fish,
I
two
wanted
fish, I told you. Or green eggs and ham.
Eurocentric history, I think, is what she was looking for, actually.
Hey, that's a very historic book. Passing notes in class. Ugh, so 90s.
Just sitting in class looking sad. This is definitely.
Brooding out the window. Not really brooding, but
Looking sad. Not a great vibe.
Hi. Hi. Mr. Barnes said I should help you get caught up if you're having trouble.
God, I'm glad they recast
Or I
Willow.
could not.
And like, not
No,
that she
that'd be great.
is, but like
History's
they
my best
definitely
subject.
cast
I sort
or
of
like
laugh
used
at
her.
that.
And since this is the
I'm
mid
Buffy.
'90s,
I know.
she definitely was supposed to be like fat,
I'm Willow.
like the fat girl,
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
because she's definitely like
Great.
a more
outfit.
curvy
Thanks.
girl.
I'm
Yeah,
totally jamming in
which
your
is
dress.
which it,
No.
if they
It's
would have
Okay.
it's okay, but if they would have kept on with this actress, we'd probably be saying the same thing about the other actress I played. We'd be like, oh, they were gonna cast her. I can't picture that.
Allison Hannigan is Willow though. She
Yeah.
perfect.
Right.
Pa, she was starting fights. Naturally. Well, I heard from Blue, and she said that she saw the transcript.
Ah, yes. Did you forget about the?
I didn't forget
body in the
about
locker?
it. I didn't forget about it, but that was so funny.
It landed on her, which was different.
No.
Yeah.
Actually,
I like that take
sounds
better. They
nice.
should have used
My
that
last
one.
one was kind of interesting.
Well, it's pretty mellow here. You'll be fine once you know your way around. Those guys, the Housers. They'd be genuine hardcore gangsters, except for the upper-class white guy stigma. Total wannabes, but they're okay. Ah, the Topanga inbreeds. Dudes! Surf's always up somewhere in the world?
Guess it's not that much different on my side of the hill.
They did not change his character
Try
at
ahead
all.
at it.
Not really.
Okay, let's see. That would have to be the theater club.
Ah, well spotted. What gave it away?
You always way gesturing. What is the homework?
I didn't get the homework. And then?
Film club.
It's
We're all
been a time
different.
deciding that every movie is an existential meditation on Freudian sexuality.
Even Muppets Take Manhattan.
Especially the Muppets Take Manhattan. Ah, the dirty girls.
Why do you call them? Oh wow.
They have views on hygiene. It's pretty intense.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad they kind of ditched this. Like, who cares about
But it doesn't look good.
the
Oh, I
cliques
have it
of the
back in
school?
pretty girls.
Right.
Even if they are a little
Willow.
cringe.
Yeah.
Buffy, right?
His locker room. They found someone.
And?
I mean, someone dead. Dead? Way dead.
It's not just a little bit.
Don't you have an elsewhere to be? Are you guys sure? I heard it from Miss Ramsey. He was in a lockup. I heard he used to go here, and then it was a gang thing. You think he was killed by someone? No, I'm sure it was natural causes. He crawled up in the locker to die of old age. I got a book. I'll see you guys later.
Fair, Cordelia, fair. I mean, dead body in locker usually means foul play.
Yeah.
Principal Footy?
Bambi. Betty.
Bambi?
Bambi.
Betty.
I'm calling her Bambi the Vampire Slayer now.
I am so sorry about this. I know it's your first day. I just want to say, we very seldom,
I swear I've seen that actor.
we almost never have dead kids stuffed in a locker. I have a very strict policy about
So
that.
it's true?
We almost never have kids
I know it's hard.
dead stuffed in
Certainly
lockers.
not the welcome I would have planned
Seldom.
for you. I know
Almost
you're
never.
upset,
That sounds very promising.
confused.
Almost never.
You probably got that thing like when you burp and you got that vomity taste in your mouth.
Oh, that's.
I just want you to know that we're all here for you. If there's anything that you need,
Can I look at the body?
Can I look at the body?
You're the third student to ask that.
I like that she asked instead of just sneaking in.
Yeah.
Where is the crime scene? Where's the crime scene tape?
Oh, great. Okay, what's
Oh,
the
that
switch?
is a different library.
What's the sitch here?
That's more of a grander
You heard about the
library.
dead guy,
It's more
right?
like a college
Dead guy
library.
in the locker?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
Because it's the weirdest thing. He's got two little holes in his neck and all his blood's been drained. Isn't that bizarre? Aren't you just
We have
going,
really bad mosquitoes here.
I see. Will he rise again?
No, he wasn't changed. Just dead.
Oh dear. I was afraid of this.
Oh, dear.
Well, I wasn't. It's my first day. I was afraid that I was going to be behind all my classes, that I wouldn't make any friends, that I would have last month's hair. I didn't think there'd be vampires on campus, and I don't care.
And why are you here?
To tell you that I don't care.
I don't care so much
I
that I'm
don't.
gonna tell you I don't care.
And have
Take
now
that.
told you. So, bye.
You cannot escape your destiny.
Wanna bet?
Do you think it's coincidence you're being here? It's fate.
Why can't you people just leave me
Instead
alone?
of taking the stairs, she
Because
just
you
did a
are the
little
Slayer.
flip.
Because you are the Slayer.
To every generation, a slayer is born. One girl in all the world. A chosen one.
Wow, you're gonna do the speech and everything.
Well, he
One
has
born
to
with
because it's going to get a little
strength and
complicated in
Time
a
for
few
vampires
seasons.
to stop the spread of their evil, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it, okay?
don't
I
understand
love her as
attitude.
Buffy so much.
You've accepted your duty. You've slain vampires before.
Well, I've both been there and done that. And I'm moving on. Growing as a person. Watch it happen.
You have no idea what's going on, do you?
There's vampires. Big deal. You kill them.
You think vampires are the only threat we face here?
What do you mean?
There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Werewolves, zombies, ghouls, incubi, succubi, everything you've ever dreaded under your bed but told yourself
it's
couldn't
fun.
be by the light of day.
Dungeons and
They're all
Dragons
real.
bias.
What? You like Sent Away for the Time Life series?
Hey, they got quality stuff there.
Did you get the free phone?
The calendar.
Cool.
The calendar.
Zombies, huh? Okay, first of all, I'm a vampire slayer. And secondly, I'm retired.
Work is not finished.
My work?
To be
I'm
retired at
16. I
16,
don't have work. I
that
have
must be
work.
nice.
And you haven't been properly trained.
Which is why you're here.
Xander's eavesdropping.
Yes, I am a watcher, and a watcher serves by finding the slayer, leading her on her path. It is my destiny to guide you.
Yeah, well, the last guy they sent to guide me. You should see what happened to him.
Yes, I know all about it.
Originally,
You
she
don't
didn't
know.
have another Slayer.
No,
or
she
another
You didn't know
Watch
what
her.
it's like.
I should did.
I was happy. I was Cindy Lou Who just coasting through my life when vampires.
Cindy Lou Who
are
was
only
2
supposed
years
to be in
old.
Cheesy movies start killing people. People I
She's like
know.
5.
Then I find out
5'2".
I'm the Slayer, the only one in the world, and I gotta stop him.
Imagine Sarah
I
Michelle
train,
Gellar
I hunt.
as Cindy
It
Lou
becomes
Who.
my whole life. I can do things no other kid can do, and
Actually, yeah, I
that's
can.
very lush. I'm kind of into that.
Imagine
So,
Buffy the
I kill
Vampire
the
Slayer
vampires.
as Cindy
Yay
Lou Who.
me. And when it's all over, what's left? My grades
That'd be
are
one
the
hell of
suck.
a twist.
My social life has achieved leper stage, and I get thrown out of school for causing trouble. Not exactly a medal and a book deal, if you know what I mean.
Oh, she didn't burn down her gym?
Yes, I do.
I guess not.
I
I like
just
that one,
wanna
though.
be like everybody
That
else.
is pretty fun.
Like anybody else.
But you're not, are you?
Well, I mean to be.
Okay.
No
They still
one,
have the bronze.
no one heard him say "okay" kind of loudly.
Remember, it's still just TV. That is not the bronze.
No, that is a hallway that they're like, we got 10 seconds to the film and $5 in budget. Just do something with it. Oh, you print out a bunch of pictures that we're gonna throw away? Great, put that on the wall.
It's interesting that Dingoes Ate My Baby
glad we're here,
is
right?
in the pilot when it took like
It's like you came.
maybe a season for it to show up.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't know any actual chords yet, but they have really big amps. But it's always a good time, though.
Yeah, it seems normal. A normal thing to do.
Yeah, normal.
I mean, everyone comes here, right?
So you didn't do normal things at your old school?
Oh, sure. Only, exclusively, you know, everyday stuff. Homework, student council, football
In
team.
the football team?
No, I... Two. Is Willow coming tonight?
Oh, I saw her sneaking on campus with some guy.
Willow has her boyfriend?
She does tonight. I didn't know the guy.
What?
So, you didn't have any extracurricular...
What was he like?
Who?
Willow's friend.
Oh, kind of...
Pale.
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
A jacket.
No. What was it like? You know, was it outdated at all? Some old style?
You're really caring about this outfit. Yeah, but it was pretty striking. You know, sleeves rolled up, collar, very Lionel Richie. I mean, who's still sporting that look?
Lionel Richie, huh?
I gotta get that jacket. It's one of a kind.
Xander, what friend are you
This
to
is
just
nice.
let a girl sneak into a building with some
I don't
guy?
usually do this sort of thing.
Spike.
I don't
That's not
usually
Spike.
get asked.
Are you sure?
No, that is not
I'm
James
having a
Marsden.
good time though.
It looked like him.
Also, he didn't
Say
show up
go to
till like
school?
season 3.
I know, but it looked like him.
Crossroads.
Okay, yeah, that's not him.
He is not
Look.
my blondie baby.
Look, this is
So
below VHS quality,
I just
okay?
need to
It's
see, huh?
very fuzzy.
Relax.
You tell me right there you wouldn't mistake him for...
No,
probably
that
shouldn't
is not
be
my
here.
blondie
Not
bear.
even for just a second.
No, that is not my blondie bear.
Yeah,
I don't need it.
what do you mean?
Coming up here alone at night with a complete stranger. What kind of an idiot would do a thing like that?
Willow.
What kind of an idiot would do that?
Don't
He just
wanna
gets-
snuggle.
We were just thinking and he just says it.
Hey, wait out!
Where would they be?
Buffy, what's the sitch?
What's the sitch?
What?
Who says that?
Was that a term in the 90s?
Apparently, but they
I
never
know-
used it in the actual show.
I know it was a thing in like the 2000s,
Sanatorium. I'll try
thanks
her
to
back.
Kim Possible, but
Oh God! He's actually like gnawing on her.
Take your hands off of her.
Ooh, seconds.
So what is it with vampires and clothes? You always think the march of fashion stopped dead the day you did. Really is such a giveaway.
What is that running? She looks like a puppy dog in new like boots.
No, you really shouldn't be here. A vampire all alone at night, it just isn't safe.
You got me wrong.
Oh, my bad. You're not a vampire?
I'm not alone.
Oops.
Oops. Oh, great. There's a lot of them.
I don't suppose you'd be sweeties and attack me one at a time.
You watch too many movies.
You can never watch too many movies.
That's like something you would say. You can never watch too many movies. The vampire makeup was pretty good though for like an unaired pilot.
I was gonna say, for what we can see, because of the bad quality.
That was my favorite spine.
I'm glad to know that her style of humor was always going to be a part of it.
Yeah, there's still a lot of pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Mom was right about boys. Yeah.
Look, I get help.
Xander, do you usually carry a purse?
Xander, do you usually carry a purse?
God, I hate leftovers.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of leftovers either.
I like leftover pizza.
Is he gonna...
Jeez.
That was weird.
See what happens when you roughhouse?
You turn into a bad CGI.
Yeah, it's like he froze over, but then it turned to dust.
Right.
It was very strange.
But also gotta remember this probably wasn't meant to be like the actual pilot.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Is she killing her?
Jesus saves.
They killed Darla, I think. It took a whole season for Darla to die.
Yeah.
They must have decided they liked Darla.
Either that or she's just injured from the cross.
No. It's the actual cross kill.
I don't know vampire lore. All I know
You
is
watched all of Buffy and you don't know vampire lore?
I'm not an expert at vampire lore. Is that better? All I know about vampire lore is that
I'm the Slayer.
they drink blood and they don't sparkle.
A slayer.
That was so stupid.
A slayer?
Wait.
They're like, who are you?
Who are you?
I'm a
That is
slayer.
facts. You run out of time. You run out of friends. And nobody likes your outfit.
I do
There's
love-
that 16-year-old in her.
I still love, she's like, the clothes. If the clothes...
I know how to use this.
I think all you do is press it up against their skin.
Willow is... They've got the character, but the actor...
Sort of.
The actor just doesn't fit. Also, they dressed her like she's from the 80s.
Yeah, like I said, some of the show is like the 80s trying to... Or the 90s trying to pretend it's still the 80s.
You're going to help me now.
Oh, please cut his hand off. Ow, lame.
He just let go.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. Jesus, how far down does this place go?
What was the school built on a pet cemetery?
I'm really sorry about all this. That's okay. It's kind of a destiny thing.
It's kind of a destiny.
So, what does a vampire slayer do exactly?
I feel like it's in the name, Xander. Vampire Slayer. Pretty self-explanatory.
No, it's from Music Nice.
They're doing this for us.
Hey, look at that. Well, it seems Buffy's found her own level. I can't believe we were almost nice to her.
Oh, she's the same.
I'm not
I was
saying
right.
you didn't do
Harmony?
well.
Yeah.
Wait.
At least you
No, I am. You didn't do well. You stunk up the place.
You stunk
Are
up
you
the place.
kidding? She was huge. She had the moves. This crane technique.
And she
Brain
saved my
technique.
life. Which I'm for.
You
If she'd
saved my
been a
life.
minute later, you'd be dead.
Or worse. And you revealed this up?
What is
and
worse than
you let one of them
You know,
get
are
away?
you sure you're wearing enough? Because we might get a cloud today.
I cannot believe that the fate of the world may well be in the hands of this teen thing.
Teeny
Relax.
thing.
The world's in beauty hands. Trust me.
The world's in beauty hands, trust me. It's
Okay. That was
interesting.
that was interesting, yeah. The vibe is all there.
The vibe is there.
The vibe is all there from what the show would eventually turn into.
Definitely.
I'm so glad they recasted Willow. I can't get over that. Like, as beloved as Willow is in that show and how kind of iconic the other actress made her, I can't remember her name.
Allison Hannigan?
Allison Hannigan. Just that other actress is like, I'm sure she would have been.
I'm sure she's great. I'm
Yeah.
sure she is a lovely person and a lovely actress.
Yeah, and I'm sure she would have defined Willow herself if she would have gone on to play it. But looking at it in this context, where we know the show, we know the actors that played him, seeing someone else play it, it just doesn't hit the right.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the right.
Plus,
way.
I can't see Willow becoming like a witchy person.
That-
like, you know,
that
the,
Willow.
yeah, like I can't see this first Willow being like witchy or even like becoming like the Dark Willow towards the
No.
end of the thing. It
Oh
just-
God, if this actress was the Dark Willow, that would be weird.
Yeah, it just didn't look right.
I can't see her skinning people alive.
Yeah, or like the Vampire Willow from like the alternative universe.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh yeah, the sexy vampire Willow.
yeah, and unfortunately, since it was the late '90s, early 2000s, it would have been really hard to work with that, given the curviness of the body.
Maybe they would have made it work.
I'm sure they could have made it work.
Because curves
Or
are
they
hot.
just yes. Don't get me wrong. This girl, I'm assuming. Remember, the quality is shit,
It's very shit, yeah.
and it's probably because it was like uploaded to like YouTube, also.
Yeah, and whenever they do like test pilots for like a show or something like that, like I'm gonna reference Saw for a second. The Saw became a movie and a franchise because of a short film, and the short film was like made in like bad VHS quality. I've seen it on the Blu-ray and it's in that. So whenever they do something like that, it's usually just to film it so you can get an idea of what the pitch to studios. Then if they're on board with it, then you get more of a budget, you get better equipment. It was the same thing with Family Guy. When Family Guy was pitched, it was pitched in like awful quality. You can't even find like a good quality out there. But then he got Seth MacFarlane got more of a budget, so yeah. So obviously we're not gonna be able to tell a whole lot of like little details because we can't make out little details.
I do love that there was a lot of the same characters.
Yeah, I'm glad that Giles and Xander were the same. I'm glad Cordelia was the same.
Yeah.
Harmony?
I think Harmony was the same.
The
blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked the same and
Yeah.
sounded like her.
I think one of the reasons they were able to get it to like get picked up is because they had those certain characters already picked.
Yeah, and those characters were the ones that bounced off really good off each other.
Yeah.
You could tell that they probably had the best chemistry in between filming this pilot. So
Yeah.
they're like, yes,
Well-
keep them. Do not touch Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
You tell us to get rid of Sarah Michelle Gellar, I will fuck you up, buddy.
Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar is Buffy, and I heard casting Willow was really hard. Like they still had a lot of trouble even after it got picked up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, Willow was a very interesting character. She went from like this cute little girl who wore like a teddy bear backpack and like knee-high socks.
Yeah.
To like Dark Willow, and then you also had to be able to like make her like Vampire Willow, which like, let's be honest, with like the leather and stuff was not our regular Willow. So you had to be able to make her very like demure and cutesy and a little more of like a child, and then also be able to have her evolve into like Willow,
Right.
our little witchy Willow.
And then eventually the Dark Willow, which we both agreed we can't see this actress who plays Willow in this pilot turn into that.
Yeah.
They managed to do a good job with who they got.
Yes.
And it's, I don't know, this was just interesting to see like it's always interesting to see like unaired pilots or different takes for movies or stuff like that, or even alternate versions of songs before, like in any type of media. It's always just interesting to see alternate versions of something that eventually became popular, because it's like this what could have been. You know, this easily couldn't have been, this easily could have not been picked up.
Yeah.
And we would have been left with like just this pilot, when we would have been like, oh, this could have been an okay show, but some elements needed to be tweaked.
Yeah, I like the stuff that you could see was like in it, like the way she ran into Xander and that's how they met and how he found her steak. I thought that was funny. He's just like, you forgot your steak?
Yeah.
And how he overheard her and Giles like arguing with each other.
Right.
And he's like, vampire slayer. Interesting.
And they planted the seeds even in this unaired pilot for the crush that Xander would eventually have for Buffy and would try to pursue in a few of the later seasons.
I think they did forget something though. If I remember correctly, we do see Angel in the first pilot episode. He just pops up for a second while she's in an alleyway and gives her like a cross necklace.
I don't remember that.
I'm 99% sure that is what happens.
We're gonna have to go through the show again, because there's some stuff from the pilot and the first few episodes that I don't fully remember.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I just don't remember.
There's somebody out there looking at this video, commenting, saying he was, but I'm 99% sure that's what happened.
I've seen the show 500 times, and you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we don't.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I've
she knows
seen
what
it
she's talking about.
twice.
I've seen it once.
I'm super happy that Giles was in there. And there was very specific little things that I remember. Like the banter when they're in the library and she like pops up. I do think it would have been really funny to keep that little bit with Flutie where she's like, can I see the body?
Yeah.
Like, first off, it's 10 times less realistic than her just like sneaking in, of
Right,
course.
yeah.
So that's probably why they went with like the other version where she just kind of snuck in.
Yeah.
But that was so funny.
That was pretty funny, and
The fact that Flutie then did let her, or at least they didn't really say whether or not he did, but we're assuming, that was like so good. Like, can I see the body? Is there anything I can do for you? Can I see the body? First off, me. That would be me. I want to see the dead body.
Something else that was interesting was I saw something. It was either a video or I read something on Google somewhere that because Joss Whedon was involved with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and he was disappointed with the movie because it wasn't what he always envisioned the show to be like. He wanted it to be more of a horror show, and I thought I saw or read somewhere not that long ago that was what he was going for the show when it got picked up, to be more horror related.
And they did a good job with that.
They did a good job with it, but even in this unaired pilot, they just threw in a lot of the humor that would eventually be in the actual pilot and later on in the show. So it is cool to see that it was always meant to be like a funny horror show.
Horror.
Kind of like a spoof of horror vampire stuff in a way, with the type of humor, because they make fun of vampire stuff all throughout the show. They mock it, they make fun of it, and it's good to know that was always the intention. I don't know if that thing I saw was wrong.
No.
But it was it was weird.
He definitely wanted a little more horror in it, and Buffy does really well with that a lot of them.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah.
And and the problem with this unaired pilot, it has a little more cliche humor in it than like we end up having for the most part.
Yeah.
She's like her like blowing the bubble gum and like her
Oh yeah.
Like it's very cliche.
High school cliche thing.
It's a little cliche. There's definitely some like little cliche moments, and like that very end where she like talks about like being a slayer and like throws the spike. Like, okay, fine, it is cool to like watch her do that, but it was a little cheesy. And the whole like I'm a slayer in the middle of the fight, a little cheesy.
Yeah, that line was kind of bad.
The Buffy banter had some good parts, but there was also a few that I was like, that's not quite hitting.
Right, and...
But overall, the vibes were there. There was some good stuff, and I can see why it got picked up.
Yeah, and you would think with the banter that Buffy has, the one-liners and stuff like that she's known for, you'd think they would have, like, really perfected that with this unaired pilot, because that's kind of like, that's one of the appeals of Buffy. She's a...
Yes.
She's
witty.
She's a slayer. She's witty. She's a cute teenage girl. Like, that's the appeal of Buffy. Those are the top appeal things of Buffy. You'd think with the unaired pilot they would have, like, really got that part down, and they kind of did.
Maybe they didn't know that's what they were gonna go for yet.
Maybe that's
like,
also
they
true.
wanted her to be probably like a little like witty and sarcastic because she's a 16-year-old girl,
right.
But they probably didn't know that like Buffy banter was like gonna be like a thing yet,
right?
And some of that stuff did, like, she nailed a lot of it pretty well. There was just one or two lines that probably were written that weren't quite right.
Yeah, and this was just testing the waters. They didn't know what was going to work. They didn't know what was going to stick. For all they probably knew at this point, probably none of the characters would have stuck. I'm sure they were like, okay, we got the main characters, which is Buffy, Xander, Willow, and Giles. But probably for all they knew at this point, none of those characters would have worked. And then they would have had to get rid of them in an eventual season 2 or in another episode, and then bring in a new character and test the waters with that a little bit.
I find it interesting that the Angel wasn't in it.
Maybe that was a studio decision. Like,
yeah, maybe they decided that they needed something like that. They needed like a good guy vampire, and they needed to like give Buffy a romance.
Maybe, because it's also hard to see just by this how much of the show Joss Whedon had actually planned out. Because you can only plan a show so far when you're going to pitch it.
Very true.
Because you don't go into a show, or you don't go into pitch a show saying, I've got, unless you're something like the new Harry Potter show, which I really don't want to check out, but unless you're someone like that where it's like, I got this 10-season arc show, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and then you do a pilot like this and it ends up sucking, and they're like, no, we'll give you like 2 seasons, and you're like, okay.
Well, they did have Dingoes Ate My Baby, so he... Title's still crazy. But that didn't come out until, like, a lot later, because I don't even think we saw Oz until season 1, or season 2.
Maybe it's just a funny name they had, and they're like, yeah, let's put it in there. If the show catches on, we'll find something to do with it.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if they decided to go with Dingoes Ate My Baby, and they knew they were gonna, like, make it, like, part of, like, the story, or if they just needed a stupid name for a band to, like, kind of show you what the Bronze vibes are like.
I'm really hoping it was the second option, because that's really hilarious.
They're like, we're gonna create a band, because Willow needs love.
Willow needs a love interest. Get Seth Green, because he's short and funny, and he's got red hair, but he's handsome.
We love Seth Green. I love you, Seth Green.
I like Seth Green. I wish he was in more stuff today.
Well, you know, things happen.
Well, overall, to wrap it up, that was interesting. Do you have any more thoughts?
Scale of 1 to 10 or whatever. What are you giving it?
I'd give it like a 6.
A 6?
6.5. Yeah. If this was like, if I was a studio executive and this pilot was pitched to me, I would definitely be like, okay, this has some potential, but I need more info. Like, what are your plans? What do you have set up already? And convince me a little bit more that this would be a good financial decision to invest in. Because just how it is right now, that's the vibes I get. They're like, let's give off a good impression and let's try to seem like this has potential, so that way we can make more.
Well, they did kind of put in some things that, like, would have been better to just kind of find out later. Like how Giles was, like, handing her the books and telling her about all these other demons and creatures.
Yeah.
And they didn't mention the Hellmouth. He didn't say anything about the Hellmouth, that they're on a Hellmouth.
Because there's a chance that probably wasn't fleshed out by that point.
Yeah, that wasn't fleshed out. But they were talking about how, like, there's other things, and they didn't even really, like, state it in the TV show. They didn't really, like, state that, like, it's not just vampires, it's other things. They just kind of let it happen. But I think, like, a solid 6, maybe, like, a 6.5, just because I'm really happy with all of the characters that were in the original pilot that got to stay.
Yeah.
And hopefully the girl that was playing Willow, she went on to do something just as wonderful. I don't recognize her. So.
Where's my phone? I'll look. Oh, my phone's recording.
Your phone is
Never
recording.
mind. I still don't have my camera equipment here.
But yeah, I would give it like a 6.5.
Yeah. Like I said, this pilot, as it is, had potential, and they obviously turned it into something that was very profitable. Mm-hmm. The show is still beloved and successful today.
I do have something to say, though.
What's that?
The outfits. What the fuck? What the heck? Buffy is a fashionista, okay? She's got the looks. And the outfit she was wearing, don't get me wrong, it was kind of adorable, but it was not fashion Buffy. And Xander looks like he skateboards on the weekends, and Giles's, like, suit wasn't his tweed. It wasn't his tweed vibe. And we love Giles and his tweed.
Again, testing the waters type thing.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And Darla was in her,
saying,
like, sexy schoolgirl outfit. So I'm glad they gave them a better, like, costuming director.
Yeah, they gave Cordelia the same, like...
vibes.
Dress vibes, yeah. She still looks like the snobby, rich, I'm too good for you, pretty girl attitude.
Yeah. Cordelia on the surface is the exact same character.
Yeah, they're like, okay, she really works. Her and Sarah Michelle Gellar really work. Do not change anything about them. Everyone else, we can do some work.
We could use some tweaking. We could use some tweaking. I am glad that Sarah Michelle Gellar went back to her blonde before they started officially filming.
Because it's hard to tell with the quality because the whole thing looks like it's in black and white. It's probably an old faded film reel that was uploaded. I don't know. But it does look like she was brunette in this, which we know she isn't in real life.
I think she probably dyed her hair brunette for something else around this time. Because I have seen pictures of her as a brunette.
Could be, yeah.
But yeah. Overall, 6 out of 10. Would watch again for the laughs.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're
a big Buffy
fan. Like, if it's...
Or even if you're not a big Buffy fan, you just like...
I would say if you're not a big Buffy fan, like, maybe check it out. I don't know.
If you've seen Buffy, watch this.
If you've seen Buffy and you like it enough, you know how much you like it, then it's worth checking out. If you're like a casual Buffy viewer, I wouldn't...
Or if you haven't seen Buffy.
Yeah, if you're a casual viewer or haven't seen it, then you don't need to check this out. Yeah. There's not really anything to check out, but...
If you haven't seen Buffy, you don't get it. You won't get it.
Yeah, it's just going to be like, what's this crappy version of the pilot? I don't care. But let's change the channel.
I really would like to know if there's a better version.
There is.
But probably not. This is the only thing I could find.
I Googled it, and Joss Whedon was like, yeah, there's a bootleg up there. If you want to watch it, I'm never uploading a good quality of it. And you know what? Fair enough. It doesn't need it. So, yeah, that was interesting.
That was great.
Thanks for showing me it.
You're welcome. I love finding things for you to watch.
And I love finding things for you to watch.
This is great. We should find more unaired episodes.
We'll see.
Okay. Okay.
If you stuck around this long, thank you for watching. If you're into Buffy the Vampire Slayer like we are, or even if you're just like a casual viewer and you watch this, let us know what you thought of this pilot if you've seen it. I'll leave a link in the description for the pilot if you want to check it out for yourself. I know it was just listening to it, so it's kind of hard to like visualize it. I do recommend... maybe before you watch this video, I should have put this in the beginning, but maybe before you watch this video, then check out the pilot first and then listen to our reaction. But I think that would go without saying either way. But either way, I'll put a link for the video that we watched in the description if you want to check it out. So, yeah.
And you should check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you're a Buffy fan and you haven't seen it, then it's definitely worth checking out. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for being in one of my videos. We've talked about that for a while. I'll put you in more videos.
That's right, guys. You're going to see this a lot more. Get used to it.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with more videos very soon once I get my filming equipment here. Yeah, if you like this video, then hit the like button. Subscribe right here if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, take care.
Bye.